You would not believe how different my nipples are. It's like
since
during butter nips it was like that, and now they're like,
oh, they've grown.
yeah.
Like a reverse global warming coastline.
Yeah, basically.
Well, good. Then
The waters of the tit skin have receded and left more room for areola. So
I think maybe there's more milky beneath now, and so the areola has acquiesced.
Can we not call it?
Hey, if you're gonna introduce your fucking nipple structures to me, I'm calling them milkies.
All right,
It's what you deserve, damn it.
Sure.
Anyway, hi guys, I'm Jake.
I'm Hannah.
And we're here today to talk about Dave Rubin.
Yeah.
Dave Rubin, and mostly Jordan Peterson, really. Dave Rubin decided to write a book for himself where the last half of it is about Jordan Peterson. You know what, though? It's an accidental, really great bridge into our next project, so that's fine.
Oh,
I didn't grab... My book is across the room.
Entertain them for 15 seconds.
15 seconds? Should I have gotten up and gotten my book, too? I feel... Well, if you like this format, chat, tell you what, why don't we just... Hi there. If you like this and how this looks, come on by to twitch.tv/actualjake, where it's just you and me. Oh, she's back. Hold on. We can't. Okay, we erased her for a second. Go ahead.
Is this reversed for you, or is it just for me? Okay. Jordan B. Peterson's Beyond Order, 12 More Rules for Life. Have you read any of this yet?
I haven't cracked it at all. I don't
Okay.
See, this is the thing. I don't look at stuff before we do it. I want to be fresh. I want to be fresh.
So I skipped the overture, but I'm sure I'll read it.
The overture. Of course, there's an overture part 2.
The first chapter is called, this is just a tease. This is a tease, especially considering this Dave Rubin chapter is kind of bereft of content. So I think this is fair. Chapter 1 is, do not carelessly denigrate social institutions or creative achievement. And the big one here is social institutions. The chapter starts with your sort of banal self-help advice like the first book. And then it quickly devolves into, here's why, stuff that was underlying themes of the first book is just outright here in the first chapter. Hierarchy is good. There's a reason that if you are poor, that's your own fault, and if you should be happy that you're even allowed to be part of the hierarchy, you fucking peasant. It's so disgusting. I'm so excited for this, though.
That actually is a good starting off point for this chapter, because it's the thing I thought about. This chapter for Dave Rubin's book is called "Dress Better." And it's about how Jordan Peterson went from frumpy college professor to well-dressed Chad Lobster almost overnight.
Do we get a dressing room montage where it's like, I don't know, Girls Just Want to Have Fun is playing, or some other cliche song?
Well, we can't. We have copyright infringement.
It's Jordan Peterson popping in and out of the dressing room with different outfits, and Dave Rubin's, like, there's some silly outfits, like one's maybe a pirate outfit, and Dave Rubin has to be like, oh, you. And then he comes out in the fitted suit, and Dave's like...
We can do a very similar thing, except I don't have any other clothes in here. But I have a... Here, watch. Here's my transition. Here's my transition. There she goes again. This is my ugly girl with glasses, but hot girl without. Ready? But I'm not just gonna not wear glasses. I'm gonna wear the cool shades.
Ooh.
So,
all right.
These are also prescriptions. So I mean, looking pretty good. And then you've already transitioned. So. Yeah. You win. You have milkies now, as we have discussed.
Would it help if I get cyberpunk?
This wouldn't help. Oh my god, you're hacking the mainframe right now.
That's true. It could change his colors too.
I feel like it's hard to look through.
It's actually not. You'd be surprised. This is if you want to get epilepsy.
I don't think you can contract epilepsy.
You know what I mean. If you want to trigger your photosensitive epilepsy.
You guys can also see it looks like I have the ultimate computer desk. Look at this. I have several screens. You can see how chatted up I am, okay?
Those look like music video sunglasses. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I'm a music producer. I make Cornwave. It's like synthwave, but corn.
Is it like synthwave, but it's also like fiddle music?
Fuck yeah. I'd fuck to that. Imagine that. Imagine that little drum and bass, little bam 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 bam. Anyway. So Jordan Peterson got sexy overnight, like the movie She's All That, I think.
That's one of those.
Yeah, okay. With Freddie Prinze Jr., is that that one? Okay, yeah, well, I'm doing okay. And so Jordan Peterson took off his glasses and wore a lobster tie, and Dave Rubin's like, "Yes, good job. You're looking great. You're fucking sexy."
Did we read the first line of this chapter?
Well, I was about to read that.
Okay.
So in the prelude to him becoming a sexy man, the sort of record scratch, where do we come from? Here's the flashback. Another question that often came up during our Q&A sessions. This is again when Dave Rubin is on tour with Jordan Peterson. Another question is, when exactly did Jordan decide to become a middle-aged fashion icon? Usually, this was asked in jest, but it was clear that his days of frumpy, oversized button-downs and unkempt hair were behind him. He's a DILF now? That's how it works. No? Don't think he's a DILF?
He'd be a GILF. He's old enough to be a GILF.
A GILF? Well, how dare you? Michaela Peterson's like younger than me, isn't she?
I don't know. She's old enough to have kids. I'd say he's a GILF.
How old is a GILF? He's 50. He's 58.
That's a GILF.
Is it a
That's
GILF?
A GILF.
Okay.
That's a GILF.
Well, for I don't know. That's like whatever. However you want to roll. He learned to tie a Windsor knot for extra flair. That's pretty good. And Dave literally talks about this for the whole chapter. He talks about how I would wear some cheap $60 sports jacket, but I felt most comfortable when I wore shorts, jeans, a simple t-shirt, and a baseball cap. I guess Dave is kind of trying to be like the everyman. He also says here that he wanted to have a distinct style from Jordan Peterson, so that when he was doing the cool, wacky jokes at the beginning for the openers, that they would be like, "Hey, I'm hip to his jive," or whatever Dave Rubin thinks people think.
He's very hip, okay? God damn it.
He's incredibly hip, which is a thing people say, like us. We say hip. That's how I describe other people. Man, you're hip today.
You're so rad. It's radical.
Rad is definitely a good word to use, though, because, I mean, like, look at these. These are rad.
You know what frustrates me about this, too? Okay, so Dave Rubin's advice in this is basically, he's like, you should go get a fitted suit. Jordan Peterson went and got all fitted suits, and that's why he's looking so fly. Not understanding that a lot of people can't afford... Jake, I don't know if you've ever owned a fitted suit. I haven't, especially now, but even back in the day when I did have suits, because I went to formal events, I actually, as much as I was disgusted, I was disgusted by my body before, but like in a third-party way. I didn't look bad in a blazer. Anyway.
I think those are pretty genderless now, but still.
Sure. Anyway, a custom suit can range from $800 to $1,800 with a bespoke suit. A bespoke suit being a suit that is like entirely custom made. Can be from $2,800 to $4,800, and of course, I'm sure there are wildly expensive, like designer label suits that you could custom make. So, does Dave Rubin not understand that there are tons of people who can't afford to go get fitted suits made?
This was my problem with the entire thing. Like, dress better, wear a fitted suit. Like, bro, some people just don't know where their food's coming from today. Like And I feel like Dave would be like, well, I'm not talking about those people. Who are you talking about? There are only so many people that are like, I'm going to drop up to $5,000 on a fitted suit. Mm-hmm. I'm not one of them. I'm doing okay. Yep. Like, and it's not like, and
you could afford a fitted suit.
Of course.
I know your financial situation well enough. You could absolutely. You could get a couple fitted suits, probably right now if you really wanted to.
Well, sure. In a pinch, I could get a very nice fitted shoot. A parachute. A fitted suit, sure, but I don't want one. That doesn't make any sense. It's not a good financial decision for me to make. Just because I can do something doesn't mean I should do. I have a house. I think maybe I should hang on to some of that suit money. It didn't really make a lot of sense here. It was the part that the whole time it's dripping with privilege, and it's like, I have no problem with someone trying to look nice. I do agree that, like, if you want to, if you're capable of vanity, a thing I am not capable of, which I desperately would love to. I just have nothing. I feel like have nothing here.
Let me be clear. I scoffed at that statement, and I'm sure a lot of the audience did. You're really good at faux self-aggrandizement and faux vanity.
Well, okay, so
in real life, you're not.
So being
not,
confident in words and saying like I have correct opinions and being proud enough to stand by them and debate them is not the same thing as like I'm gonna go outside and peacock my way around town. From a physical standpoint, not the same thing.
Your corn suit is the ultimate peacock. If Sarah ever dies in a horrible goblin accident, then you have that's mean.
A horrible goblin accident.
I was trying to do the meme. I apologize.
No, but no, I get it. It's like a power move.
If Sarah dies of a chicken tender overdose, then why am I being mean to Sarah? If Sarah was not around...
If Sarah got pummeled to death by a bag of potatoes... Yes, I agree.
It's okay. I'll do one to myself.
There's no need for that.
If I ever die, no one will know for 3 years because I never get in touch with my friends. If I die...
I think it'd be more like 3 days, but yeah. Be like 3 days go by. Wait, has anyone heard from Hannah?
If I die, the saturated fat in my body could power a small country for 6 months. Anyway.
Okay, so the point is,
if you want to peacock your corn suit, you go out, that corn is gonna fuck. That cob is gonna get wet immediately.
Look, I've never had a problem in this department, corn suit or not, so I can't assume the corn suit is gonna hamper in the long run.
You're my go-to example when I'm talking.
I know, yeah. Me
when
too.
I'm talking about incels or MGTOW people or whatever.
I'm my own go-to example for that.
I always go like Jake is like my best friend. That dude fucks. Like, it's all about his personality.
It's the glasses.
And maybe you have the world's most perfect dick. I don't know.
But I think it's fine. It's not.
You lure him with the personality.
Again,
you snag him with the perfect dick and daily chicken tender.
I have said this before, and I'll say it again, okay? My dick is it's not like a Lamborghini. It's not a truck with dual tires in the back. It's a really reliable Honda, but I'm a good driver, goddammit.
Good.
Thanks for watching, Mom. So, she's definitely watching right now.
Hey, Jake's mom. Hi.
Come on.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
Anyway, so... Moving on from my Honda dick.
Can you tell there was almost nothing to talk about in this chapter, so it's just this bullshit?
Well, there's a little bit to talk about, but yes, there really isn't, because he's just like... I thought this part was really funny. So Jordan Peterson and Dave Rubin are walking down the boulevard, I don't know, of Melbourne, Australia, okay? They're doing a thing. It's real hot out. And Dave Rubin's in his comfortable clothing. Jordan Peterson is in his suit, lobster stuff. And then he He goes, "Why, Jordan? Why are you wearing your suit? It's hot as balls out here." And then Jordan says, which I totally believe he would say this: "Dress like the person you want to be. I took it from Nietzsche. He once said every great man is an actor of his own ideal," which means you have to act out whatever you want to be, then you'll become it. But this isn't the funniest part, because Jordan Peterson obviously would answer his friend who he's traveling the world with in such a way, right? Obviously, I took it from Nietzsche. My favorite part about this is Jordan Peterson dead seriously saying, "I took the idea of how I dress from famous philosopher Nietzsche," and then Dave Rubin's brain goes, "Oh yeah, like Kevin Costner's movie The Field of Dreams?" It was right out of The Field of Dreams. Build it and they will come.
Dave Rubin and I have a lot in common in that our brain is mostly pop cultural references.
Yeah, but your pop culture references make sense.
I'm batting 200.
I disagree, but
okay.
This is... it's not dressing nice so that you have self-confidence and that you project that upon your audience is not the plot of Field of Dreams. Shocker.
I'm just surprised that for some reason, it took Jordan Peterson reading Nietzsche to learn dress for success. That's already common advice. Dress for the job you want, not the one you have. Like this is you don't need to learn that God is fucking dead in order to know if you want to feel more confident. You put on some nice clothes.
Dave Rubin spends a couple paragraphs talking about how like capitalist firms like marketing companies and stuff spend hours and hours in 400 emails and they debate openly like the minutia of fonts and design on book covers and shit like that. And that's why people do judge books by covers. Dave, when people say like capitalism is shitty, this is kind of part of that. Like the entire idea that I don't know, like the way that we micro advertise to everybody all the time is a super big problem in social circles as well. The way that like, remember when we were kids? And definitely,
no, I've blocked a lot of it out.
Well, let me grab a shovel for you and dig out some trauma. When we were kids, and I'm sure this is true of kids nowadays, but definitely was a problem in the 90s and 2000s. If you weren't wearing like name brand clothing, you would get made fun of sometimes. Now, I had an okay upbringing, but was always bad at Vanity, so I didn't necessarily know. I took cues from my friends. That's the only time I've ever felt socially alien, is when I have to deal with fashion. I don't get it. Every other time I'm like, yeah, I could socialize 100% all the time, but like that's weird to me. I don't understand why people like certain things. I don't have an eye for it at all. Like I remember going to the mall when I was a kid. Did you ever go to the mall with your there's always friends? There's a specific group of friends. And they would go to like Abercrombie. Have you ever been into an Abercrombie with a group of friends that like going there?
No.
I've been twice.
Okay.
Don't like it. The Abercrombie in general, when we were kids, it smelled like really heavy cologne. Like everyone there was always in like these polos with pop collars. It was just like a facade of weird. And I think kind of we're moving away from that a little bit, as far as like at least in lefty circles, where it's like just be who you are and kind of wear like fashion's not going away. People love to dress up and look nice, and that's definitely a thing on the left. Tons of fashiony stuff, especially for a little bit there was that thrifting sort of look, which still happens from time to time, but it's more about like people worrying about where things are sourced from, what's ethical, if it's a mom and pop shop, is it made by a single person, stuff like that. I like how Dave says that like all social justice warriors are just like schlubs like me, although I don't have like messy hair. I'm in my home, so I'm not gonna wear a jacket. I don't think either of us look disheveled. So I don't know, but I mean, like he has this like idea of this like slob person SJW. It's like that's not a person that exists.
like I'm a mess, but that's because of my mental issues and addiction issues.
You're not really the mess he's talking about.
But no, he straight up like dips into almost physiognomy type stuff where he's
Yeah.
like, did you know the left is ugly because they're spiritually broken? He doesn't say that in so many words, but it's basically the implication.
It's really
people
weird.
on the left are ugly because they're evil or something.
I don't think there's a lot of ugly people in general, but like I don't see a lot of them. Like I don't see that down party lines. There's ugly individuals as a whole because of like their personality and shit. Like,
sure.
Like I would consider like Dave Rubin an ugly person, but I don't think he's a bad looking from his bones. Like
no, the bones, the bones.
Think of your bones.
Oh God, what was I gonna say? Shit, I lost my train of thought.
I don't know.
Oh, did you see? I'm sure you saw. I'm sure you saw Milo.
Oh yeah. I thought we were gonna bring that up next time, but yeah, we can talk about that real quick. Is that related to this, or you just want to talk about it?
I just wanted to talk about it a little bit because I wanted to talk about how Dave Rubin is definitely next, and I give it 3 years.
Okay, I think that follows. Okay, and I've said this before, but Milo beat him to the punch. So go ahead.
You called this shit. So Milo
Yiannopoulos, famous right-wing grifter, gay guy, always sort of like I can't be racist. I like black dick. That kind of shit.
Yeah. Wait, does that mean he can be racist now?
I don't know how it works.
So Milo, alt-right dude, has claimed that he is now basically cured of his homosexuality.
He called it ex-gay.
Yes, and that he is no longer, I think the quote was something like, I am no longer burdened by sodomy, or no longer engaged, something like that.
You know what's funny about this, by the way? Besides the fact that it's in a tragedy, he got married in 2017.
Yeah.
And he said that his husband's
just fucked.
Did you hear the quote? That his husband is now quote,
a roommate
has been demoted to roommate status.
I'm sure
that's not a thing. Come on, they're definitely still together. Yeah.
He also justified it too, well, I'm buying him cars and stuff, so it's fine. And it's like, all right, well, presumably he loved you or loves you, and you're
this is some Tiger King shit all over again.
You're turning your back on your own identity to get brownie points with Nazis.
Do you think Milo? And I know this is another grift because he's terribly in debt. Is this another? Do you think this is an angle to get Tiger Kinged? Like,
what do you mean get Tiger King?
Like, please make a special about me and my wacky life. Like, I'm so wacky and yeah,
maybe. It's tough to say. Either way, I could see Dave Rubin in the next 3 years being like, all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, David.
Yeah.
David being his husband.
That's a bummer. Anyway. One more thing that I thought was stupid about this was...
Is this the Ben Shapiro thing?
It is the Ben Shapiro thing. So he dressed up as if, and he felt really good about himself, as if by magic every single joke landed perfectly. I'm sure it did, Dave. The energy in the auditorium was electric, and I felt a better connection with the crowd, who, incidentally, were also pretty well dressed themselves. This is the worst. I even managed to reunite Jordan with Ben Shapiro, who made a surprise guest appearance carrying a gay wedding cake for me. The crowd ate it up.
It's good to make an entire mockery of the fact that one of your supposed friends and colleagues hates your identity and the fact that you're married to the person you love who happens to be of the same gender.
Right into the mic.
Yeah.
Goobers.
That's the good stuff right there. That's what they come for.
So, Dave, I don't know why. What is Dave Rubin's fascination with Ben Shapiro shitting all over him?
Maybe it's a kink.
You think it's a kink? Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I've been cutting down on soda. I'm trying to do one a day, and I haven't had mine today, so I haven't had caffeine, but I apologize.
We should just have caffeine in general, and then the soda can be a different thing.
Yeah. Maybe I need to get some tea that has caffeine. Anyway, I think he probably has convinced Ben at least once to sit in the corner and look disapprovingly as he and his husband get it on.
Oh, no!
He's into it.
Let's say, hypothetically.
Okay, let's say, hypothetically, that I sit in the corner like a bad boy, and I watch both of you make love severely on your bed, okay? What if I take my Ben Shapiro penis, and I gently stroke it while I watch you and your
penis? You think it wears like a little tiny yarmulke?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
A little yarmulke right on top. Anyway... that's the whole chapter. And then he finishes it with being like, "Hey, SJWs, you're a bunch of fatty, boombalatti, ugly people." Yeah. Which I don't give a shit. Fuck them. Fuck them. You should get some Arizona tea. What's it? This is the green tea without sugar. Why is it not telling me how much caffeine's in this bitch? Sometimes they're like, hey, we got fuckloads of caffeine in here. I don't know. It was delicious, though. It was a delicious tea.
I'm glad.
All right, we got to disengage from the hot guy stuff. All right, back to normal Clark Kent mode.
Where did that really cool guy go?
Where's that cool guy?
Now we just got this dweeb.
Fucking loser, dude. All right. Well... Dave Rubin, not good at writing books. Next time we're going to do, I think the next upload is going to be us hanging out and talking about stuff. I got some fun stuff to share with you. We can also talk about Milo more if you want. And then Jordan Peterson's happening at some point. What's the next chapter of the Dave Rubin book? That's someone thought that was the hottest shit ever. Just now, by the way, statistically.
Okay. Well,
someone's
I
like,
have a PayPal.
Yeah,
pay me, bitch.
I have a PayPal. So
one cool equals one donation. What is happening to me? Okay. Remember when I used to be like?
No.
Oh, I'm shy and I don't want to do anything ever, and I don't.
Did you just bully yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Remember when I was a dweeb?
That fucking in the closet bitch. Do better.
Okay.
All right. The next chapter is admit that we need religious stories.
Oh, wow. That was well timed. Okay. What's your favorite religious story off the top of the dome, real quick?
Ooh, honestly?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I was going over the Bible with Baha the other day because she's not really familiar with it. Her family wasn't, so I actually went through, like some of the first 5 books of the Bible in order, sort of the stories, and it was very interesting. That's still my favorite part of the Bible, by the way.
Yeah.
Is the first 5 books or
the
so.
The Pentateuch.
Really, really great shit there.
Yeah.
Maybe Sodom and Gomorrah, just for how fucking wild it is.
Oh yeah, the twist at the end, man. The twist.
Yeah.
He gets drunk, and then his daughters get after it.
Yeah.
Yikes. I still think it's the Levite and his concubine. That's still my.
Is that the one where he cuts her up?
It's Sodom and Gomorrah Part 2, only it's more fucked up in my opinion. So I guess Sodom and Gomorrah is right there. It's a replay of the first half of Sodom and Gomorrah where a gang comes up. They're like, we wanna have sex with them. He's like, no, don't have sex with my guests. Have sex with my wife or daughter or whatever. And then she dies from the interaction, which makes sense. And then to show them, he cuts her up into tiny pieces and mails her body parts to the other tribes of Israel.
No.
Good times. That's in Leviticus, I think. That makes sense. The Levite and his concubine, Leviticus.
The bear Elijah thing is pretty good too. Wait, is it Elijah
Baldy?
or Elisha? Yeah.
Elisha.
Go up, ye bald head. Go up, ye bald head. And then God mauls the
Elisha.
children with a...
Yeah, good times. Go up, ye bald head.
The Bible's fun. We should start a show sometime where we read Bible stories. And
that'll never catch on.
No.
No one wants that.
That is a stupid idea.
So, we
probably
love your faces.
A pretty cool theme song, though.
They probably would have a cool theme song. Anyway. So, we'll be back with that next time. And we'll talk about a new movie that's coming out, and I want to pitch it to you. I'm going to pitch it to you. I'm going to cast it for you, and I'm going to give you the stuff. I want you to I'll have you speculate on aspects of it, and then I'll get you the plot synopsis and see how close you were.
Okay.
Sounds good. It's going to be so fun. So fun. Okay. So, we love your faces. Enjoy the rest of whatever your day is. By the way, I changed my Twitter @ I'm at actual corn.
Yeah, I saw you change that.
At actual corn. Much easier now. I was trying to figure it out. They wouldn't let me do corn, but I added corn, and it wasn't a thing. I was like, oh, could I at corn? That'd be fucking incredible. I can't believe no one's done that. They minimum 5 characters.
Oof.
Rip. But, yeah.
Could have gone corny. Someone else probably has that, though.
Yeah. I tried all the other permutations, but actual corn?
Yeah, that's not bad.
Got it.
Mine's Hannah Reloaded.
There you go.
Both on Twitch and here on YouTube and on Twitter.
Perfect.
Very simple. Branding.
Perfect. They won't let me. They won't let me do it.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big bummer. Anyway. Yeah. So enjoy that. We'll be doing more of the good stuff. Is there anything else going on? I don't think so. We want to do Assassin. We want to do the Assassin movie soon.
Assassin 33 AD?
Maybe the week after your birthday?
Sure.
Maybe. Also...
But the week after my birthday, Justice League comes out. Just gonna watch that on repeat all week.
Wow.
Honestly, what happens if it comes out and it's really good and we all have to act like Zack Snyder's a good director?
Then we have to go through whatever his next project is.
Ugh.
Yep. It's kind of make or break, I feel. All right?
Yeah.
He's getting 4 hours to do whatever he wanted. You get 4 hours, it better be, your vision is gotta be perfect. So, if he makes a dog shit film...
The DC, the Snyder stans are gonna like it regardless.
They liked Batman v Superman. Of course they're gonna like this.
Whenever I tweet about that shit, I still have people who are like, I liked Batman versus Superman.
I liked aspects of it, but then when the whole picture together is so bad.
That's Zack Snyder's problem, is there are individual scenes that can theoretically
like Nightmare
work.
Batman looks fucking dope, but just because he looks dope doesn't mean it's...
He cannot structure a narrative to save his goddamn life. It's like he just thinks of moments, and then he's like, how do I string these moments together with as little effort as possible?
Yeah. He relies a lot on the audience knowing stuff about the characters, too. Anyway, have a wonderful time.
Justice League... Sorry, just real quick. It leaked because they accidentally, when you went to go watch Tom and Jerry, it would play Justice League.
God, imagine the disappointment when you were going to go see greatest movie of the year, Tom and Jerry 2021.
Yeah.
Pretty big bummer. Okay, guys, go smoke some drugs. Have a good time.